You hear this term thrown around a lot in crypto, deflationary by design. But what does it actually mean? Well, today we're going to dig into the official documentation for a token called Apertum to break down their economic model and see exactly what's behind that very claim. Okay, so this right here, this is the core promise, the big idea driving their entire model. Less supply over time equals more value for holders. It's simple, it's powerful, and it sounds great on paper. But how? How do they actually plan to make that happen? Let's unpack the mechanics.
All right, first things first, deflationary by design. Let's really define what it means when a token's supply isn't just limited, but it's actively engineered to get smaller and smaller.
So, a deflationary protocol, this isn't just about having a fixed number of tokens. No, it's an active system. The supply is literally designed to decrease. And the main way this happens is through a mechanism called burning, which, as you'll see, is absolutely crucial to how this entire model is supposed to function. But why even bother building a deflationary protocol? Well, it all comes down to a classic economic idea, the scarcity principle. Let's take a look at how Apertum's documentation connects a shrinking supply to potential value. Here you can see the two approaches side by side, and they're polar opposites. On the left, you've got a common economic model where the supply can increase, like printing more money, which can potentially make each individual unit worth less. But on the right, you have Apertum's model, where the supply is designed to only go down with the stated goal of making each remaining token more valuable over time. Okay, so that's the theory. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. Apertum's tokenomics. Let's look at the actual numbers and the specific mechanics they've put into place. According to their own docs, there is a hard-coded, completely unchangeable limit on the number of Apertum tokens that will ever exist. And that number is 2.1 billion. That's it. This is the absolute foundation of their scarcity argument. The supply can never, ever be inflated beyond this point. Now check this out. Of that massive 2.1 billion total supply, just a tiny fraction, look at that little slice, around 74 million is actually in circulation right now. This means most of the potential supply isn't even on the market yet. And those deflationary mechanics we're about to cover, they're designed to shrink this circulating supply even further. So, how does the supply actually get smaller? Through what they call the burning protocol. It's pretty straightforward. Every single time a transaction is made, a small portion of it is automatically sent to an address that nobody can access. It's effectively deleted from existence. It's just gone forever. That means the total supply gets a little smaller with every single use. Okay, so let's put all the pieces of the puzzle together. We have a fixed supply, a small circulating amount, and a burning mechanism. Now let's see how all this adds up to what they're calling their long-term bet. This table summarizes their whole argument perfectly. You can see the direct line they're drawing. The features they built, a fixed supply and a burning protocol, are linked to specific mechanisms, which are then meant to achieve the stated goals of scarcity and deflation. It's a very clear path from their design to their intended outcome. And this brings us right back to their core thesis. According to the documentation, if you combine a fixed supply that can't grow with a circulating supply that's constantly shrinking, well, that entire system is designed with one goal in mind: long-term value appreciation. So there you have it. That's the model as they present it. A fixed supply, a burn mechanism, a small circulating pool, all working together to create scarcity. It's a fascinating economic design for sure, but it leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? While you can definitely program the supply side of the value equation into code, the other side, demand, is driven by people. So can a token's code, no matter how deflationary, truly guarantee its future value? That's something to think about.